If I everything that we do and every decision that we make and every choice that we make brings us to this point. So I guess everything, that has happened over across my life has brought me to this moment. But if I reflect particularly on the last 23 years, and that's, the age of my eldest son and becoming a mother, and how, life became a little bit more challenging, and I had children to focus on, businesses to focus on, work to focus on, and a house to run, and all the things that I'm sure every parent can resonate with. I put my own health and fitness, I guess, on the back burner to prioritize
Hmm.
those other parts of my life, and I loved every minute of it, and I
Hmm.
enjoyed taking the kids to all of their sports and all of their activities, and loved you know that being a big part of my life. And I always enjoyed working, and those types of things were a priority. And with that, my health and fitness declined, for a little while. I did pick up fitness again around the time so I have three children, so 23, almost 21, and almost 18. And when my youngest was sort of around that 10, 12 years old, I started being more active in sports. I started playing netball again, started playing basketball again, went to personal training, those types of things. And started down that pathway to increase my fitness, but my nutrition was off track for sure.
Hmm.
And, I was a busy mum, so now I'm trying to fit in all the motherhood, all the working, and some, social aspects and some activities for myself. So takeaway meals, just grabbing on the go, all of those things were just how we made that work. And I
Hmm.
don't judge that. That's just how it was at that time. There was other things that were more of a priority to me. But it came to around 6 years ago. So I'm 50 next year, and
Hmm.
around so at 43, I was tired. I was so tired. My husband and I were working a 7-day-a-week business, still had the children, of course, and I was so tired. And I I don't know, I don't remember how I came to the conclusion that it was to do with nutrition, but I did, thank God. And
Hmm.
I just felt that that was the answer to this fatigue. And I just needed to go and get some support with that. And luck would have it, old social media works wonders sometimes. And
Hmm.
an ad came up for a coach, and I had nothing, I had no experience of this coach. I had no idea what coaching was or how that worked or anything like that. And this coach just dealt with nutrition,
Hmm.
and which was fine. And so I signed up with him, and I'll be forever, ever, ever grateful for the gifts that he gave me. And
Hmm.
he just started me on such a great pathway, and I'm incredibly grateful in how he delivered that information to me. It was in a very simplistic way. I wasn't counting calories. I wasn't doing anything that was above and beyond where I was at that point,
Hmm.
because I was very much on the start of my journey. And he delivered it in a really great way for me. It worked for me. There was accountability, and I lost quite a bit of weight with him, which was a byproduct, I guess. But the more weight I lost, the more energy I gained. So, and, I still, people would ask me, what were the key changes that you made?
Hmm.
And to me, they were so minor in so many ways. I felt that I ate pretty well already.
Hmm.
And,
Hmm.
the changes we made, they were still the foods that I enjoyed. They were still the same things. So,
Hmm.
it was such a great gift. And from there, I finished up with him because I'd lost all the weight that I had wanted to lose. So I was happy. I'd reached my goal, and I, finished up with him. And I remember I finished up with him just before we went on 2 weeks holiday with my family, and
Hmm.
we were away for that 2 weeks. And I felt like I was free falling, because I knew that I had reached my goal, but I
Hmm.
knew that I hadn't done all the work that I needed to do around this for it to be sustainable. I
Hmm.
knew that I still had a journey to to walk, and I knew that I still needed support with that, and I needed goals in there because I knew that the weight would just come back on, and I was feeling, so much better, and all of those things. So I came home from that holiday actually, and I reached out to a local lady who had done physique competing and bodybuilding, and she's someone that I had known quite well, and I rang her and said, look, when I'm exercising, I actually do enjoy the lifting weights side of it. What do I have to do to move into that pathway, to start to develop that style of training? And the first thing she told me was I had to eat more. So that was like, oh no, I've just got used to, losing weight. Now I've got to, redefine how I think about things. And, I actually left that phone call thinking, wow, this is actually bigger than I anticipated. This is actually going to be more of a journey and will need more attention than what I had, first thought. So I, sort of went down that pathway of going into strength training, and once again, I come across another wonderful coach that actually donated his time to me, and I'll be, forever grateful to him as well. He was just so kind to me. It was very, very gracious, and he taught me to love it. And how I remember going into a gym that's not sort of too far away from my hometown, and there was a lot of men in there training, and there was a lot of dropping of weights, and there was a lot of noises and a lot of huffing and puffing and all that type of stuff. And this coach of mine said, let's do some walking lunges through the gym. And I remember thinking, no, I just can't do that. I am so embarrassed. I feel like everyone's looking at me. I feel like I'm being judged. And every part of me wanted to run and run and run. But I knew that if I did that would be the end, and I wouldn't get to do what I wanted to do and to walk this journey if I didn't stay. And then the coach showed me his squats and what that looked like. And I was just so inspired. I was like, yes, that's exactly what I want to do. I want to move like that. I want to move with that strength and that composure and that stability and all of those things, because he made it look easy, but it was with a sense of strength that I have chased ever since. And it's not even so much the external strength, it was the control and the power that he had to lift that weight that was so impressive to me, that sort of inspired my love of strength training. And I knew that there was sort of no turning back from there. And it's kept me going 6 years later. I love it as much as I ever have. And I'm so grateful that it's come into my life. And it's taught me a lot about who I am, and it's just given me so much value. It's been so much greater than body composition. It's just given me so much more than that, that I just had never anticipated.
I've always said that fitness is sort of a